Is it a card signed by everyone in North Korea?
Presumably Donald is thinking that he's really delighted he's got a card, but given his political background, he's thinking, I really hope that's not from Clinton's.
It's also nice he's turned it around so you only see the back of the envelope, because otherwise we'd find out what the address of the White House is. That would be a massive security risk.
Is it even an envelope, or is this Donald Trump getting his Klan hood back from the dry cleaner?
Oh, what, so he's not a racist now?
Is that Donald Trump doing a hilarious prank where when you lift up the flap, he's got his willy poking out?
Has he intercepted Melania's plea for help?
Is Trump thinking, thanks for the envelope, but I also ordered fried rice?
Is this...
Oh, what? I know.
Is this what it looks like when someone over 70 receives an email?
It looks like he's making the envelope talk. Looks like he's holding it and just doing a little mime and being like, don't bum us, Donnie's a nice guy, really.
But he would do it in, like, a really awful North Korean fake accent, wouldn't he? Surely.
Yeah. But don't set me up for that.
Comedian, what that would sound like.
I reckon, knowing Donald Trump's intellect, he's probably had a stationary mishap and superglued himself to an envelope about 3 weeks ago. He's just trying to style it out.
Is this actually a prank being played on him by Kim Jong-un? All to do with his collusion with Russia. When he opens the envelope, there's actually a smaller envelope inside, and when he opens it again, there's...
Does anyone know what the correct answer is?
Yes. This is the two leads in the 2018 remake of You Got Mail.
They're meeting in the White House to discuss the upcoming summit between North Korea and the United States.
That's very good. Thank you very much. Here we go. This is a picture of Donald Trump and North Korean official Kim Yong-chol in the Oval Office, taken by official White House photographer Sheeta Craighead. Trump was receiving a letter from North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, thought to be about their nuclear weapons summit in Singapore next week.
Singapore?
Yeah.
Singapore. And apparently Singapore are going to cover the costs for North Korea, which is very nice of them.
They're going to put him up in the presidential suite.
Yes.
I'm livid about that. He's not a president, Dara. He's a third supreme leader. He should be put up in a...
Supreme leader.
Third Premier in.
What concessions are we hoping that North Korea will make at this? What would be a triumph at this?
Well, they're going to denuclearise the peninsula, apparently.
Yep.
I don't quite know what that means, really.
It means to take the nuclear away.
OK.
Yes.
The science guy.
Yeah, it's always good to have you here, isn't it?
Someone's been texting Brian Cox again.
Has he replied yet, Dara?
No, still waiting.
A long string of iMessages with Dara going, please, Brian, say something back to me.
It is just depressing. It's every week it's going to be Donald Trump again, isn't it, now, from here to eternity?
Yes.
And all I think when I see Donald Trump... Now, I get the same thought in my head as I get after a particularly painful bikini wax. Bush wasn't that bad.
Do you think the whole big envelope thing is really... that's going to be the start of the end of the world? Like, he's got a big envelope, Trump will have to send back an even bigger envelope to Kim. And then he'll send back another big... until there's just one massive envelope that blocks out the sun, and that's the end of the world.
Somebody will go Jiffy at some point. They'll take it up a level.
You've got to bump it up with a Jiffy, haven't you?
I'm going Jiffy.
I wish that Jiffy wasn't also a condom brand, the way you just said that.
It's a condom with bubble wrap.
For her pleasure.
Gives you something to do, Dara.
It'd be very difficult to pop. What are you doing? Are you not enjoying this? No, I'm not bored or anything. Pop. I'm only killing time. Pop. Stop doing that. This is an act of intimate love. I know. I love you. Pop.
Sometimes I don't like being in this seat.
Don't like that window of my lovemaking.
It's right next to you, pretending to pop a bubble wrap with your vagina.
Is that why people say, I'll be with you in a jiffy?
That applause is sort of what it sounds like when you really go for it wearing it.
What changes is Trump making to his lifestyle, actually?
He's on a diet.
He's apparently on a diet, yes.
Yeah, he said he wants to lose a stone. The only way Trump's going to lose a stone is if he kills Mick Jagger.
Trump's already lost 6 stone. His wife.
I think he thought it might be provocative going to talks about denuclearisation if he himself weighed 3 megatons.
I'm quite happy that Trump is the size he is. Because at least, you know, as a woman, you can see him coming, you know. The only thing worse than a fat Trump is a stealth Trump. You don't want that...
Aerodynamic Trump.
You don't want a stealth Trump creeping up on you, do you? Going, hey, 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 you know.
I'm glad he's on a diet. It's about time he got impeach body ready.
That is the oddest reaction I've ever had to an audience.
You all groaned and then applauded. You skipped to laugh, and you know what? I'll take it.
Which Kim did Trump manage to meet?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, yes.
That is a photo of the arse that broke the internet standing next to Kim Kardashian.
Good on her. Everyone having a go at her.
Yeah,
Being all like, "Oh, you just take selfies of your own butt all the time. You can't go in there and talk to the president." And but then she probably, you know, those things aren't mutually exclusive. Just because you can take a photo of your own butt and have interest in prison reform. It's not pick a team, is it? Do what you want. You sound like do both of those. You like science,
Yeah,
and stars and the galaxy.
And taking photos of his arse.
and taking photos of my butt. Yeah, I do. My Instagram account is locked, I'll say that, but...
Oh, and what I wouldn't give to find that key.
Out of interest, how do you take the selfies of your own butt?
Of my own butt?
Yeah.
OK, I have a curved stick. And a complex set of mirrors involving angles and stuff. Brian Cox set it up for me with the physics. How has Trump angered his allies around the world?
He's introduced tariffs.
He has.
On steel and aluminium, although we might... on the UK, on the EU, although we might get away with that because they don't call it aluminium, do they? They call it aluminum.
You really think you will evade any international tariffs by the thing will come in and they won't recognise the word aluminium?
They'll go, is this aluminum? And we'll go, no.
The EU put tariffs on snuff, which is really going to annoy any 19th century aristocrats.
I love snuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I popped some before. Give me a bit of courage to do this show. Do a little bit of snuff.
No, James, you did cocaine.
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to James Hugh Now with a round called Kim Jong Fun. This game involves Darren and Angela. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round's a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is work. Who wants to come in that? Darren.
Hey, I used to have a job. Well, like a normal job. I used to work as a bouncer. And when I worked as a bouncer, you get a lot of insults. No one ever tells you about the insults that you get. I'll tell you the worst insult I ever got, right? It was from a student, little shit. Nah, keep raising those fees, right? This student, right, he was causing trouble. I chucked him out. He just looked at me and he went, "Yeah, you're a bouncer. Is that what you always wanted to be?" There was no moment I realised I wanted to be a bouncer. It's not like I was in school as a kid and my teacher sent me out the class for talking and I stood next to the door and I was like, actually, I'm pretty good at this. I never worked nice places, right? I worked this one place in South London, really rough, right? On my first day, they put me on search, and I was searching people, patting people down as you do. This guy walks in, he has a bit of an attitude, right? In his pocket, he has one of those, like, utility things with different parts. And as I'm searching him, I've said, "Oh, you've probably forgotten this, but you can't take that in because it's got a little blade on it." And he looked at me and he went, yeah, but it's also got a comb and a nail file. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not scared you're going to go in and open a salon, right? That's not the worry here, mate. And he goes, all right, what about this? And he reaches down, and I swear to God, he pulls out a 9-inch blade. Like, the blade was so big, I could see my own terrified reflection. I'm dealing with this guy for about an hour outside the club. He gets so angry. He said probably the scariest but most beautifulest thing I've ever heard anybody say ever. With complete anger on his face, looking at me, he just goes, I gave you the knife because I want to dance.
Thank you, Sam. That leaves us with Angela. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And it's relationships.
Ooh. Hello. I am in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen. I've been with my fella for 4 years, which is frankly a miracle, because I was single for a really long time before I met, like an embarrassingly long time. You know, I thought it was terminal. Because some people find it very easy to get into relationships. They bounce from one to the next, no bother at all. I didn't find it that easy. Did you know even Oscar Pistorius managed to get himself a girlfriend when he was under house arrest? That's not fair, is it? She must have been shitting herself. Largely because it was safer than using the bathroom. I love that moment while you decide whether that's all right or not. I met my fella online, and I loved internet dating. Here's my little trick, right? If you're going to do it, what you do is you treat it like a game, like a hobby. Like I kept a spreadsheet of all my results. You know, no, because you meet some glorious losers along the way. I went on 2 dates. This one guy, I thought he could have been the one. Could have been so much so that I invited him round to my house for dinner, and he came round, and we went to bed together because it's the 21st century and I'm a slag. And be what I like, right? And we were about to get down to it, and he said something to me no one's ever said to me before. He said, Angela, I'd really like it if you'd let me cover you in toothpaste. But no, you lot don't look shocked by that. Is that a thing? Toothpaste? I said, for start, it's got a certain deep heat quality to it. You're going to cover me in a toiletry, at least make it imac and save me a job later. He'd even brought his own toothpaste with him. Yeah, and it wasn't the cheap stuff either. It was Oral-B. Which, incidentally, is also what I graded him on my spreadsheet.
Thank you very much. Points there for Angela. Come on back. Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Darren, which category would you like?
I'll take home news.
Delightful. The category is home news. The answer is mild, severe and Armageddon. What is the question?
Is it, what were the speed settings on Ant McPartland's car?
What does Roseanne divide her tweets into?
Jacob Rees-Mogg's next 3 children.
Is it the nicknames of the North Korean Spice Girls?
Is it how would I name the 3 stages of food poisoning I had on a recent trip to Egypt?
Is it, what are the 3 levels of STDs that'll be contracted on this year's Love Island?
What were the 3 possible outcomes when Meghan Markle was introduced to Prince Philip?
What 3 options do I give criminals before delivering a good old-fashioned pummeling?
You've got to stop doing this. You really... This video